Hello, my name is Nicholas Haines, and currently I'm suffering a fair amount of consequences of my psychological money box, and I know that other people are as well. So what do I mean by that? Well, have you ever read about a situation where someone wins a vast amount of money on the lottery and a couple of years later they're completely broke, or someone incredibly wealthy loses all their money, a couple of years later they've got it back again? Well, what we're fundamentally seeing playing out there is actions around their psychological money box, the perception that they have of themselves in terms of the amount of money they should or shouldn't have. So currently we're seeing some consequences playing around that for lots of us as individuals. So our psychological money box matters when it matters. So if you're in a situation where you don't particularly, you've got money coming in, it doesn't really matter how much reserves you have. But when suddenly you're in a situation where money stops coming in, the consequences of your psychological money box starts to really play out. Or if you suddenly need to find some money for a wedding or kids going to college, or if you're someone that is really moved to do something deep and meaningful in life and you need to have some reserves to do that. In situations like that, the consequences of our psychological money box really start to play out and they get to be really uncomfortable. And for a lot of people at the moment, they are playing out. So how do we stretch and how do we open up our money box to make it bigger so we can actually start to store more money and feel comfortable with it? Well, there are a number of things that we can do. The first thing we need to do is we need to really be aware when we're watching films or listening to the media, there is a narrative that goes on that says things like, puts people in boxes, that rich people are like this, poor people are like this. And it tends to be the narrative that rich people are mean and nasty and horrible, and poor people are struggling and nice and kind, etc. So which box do we want to be in? Well, we want to be in the thought well of box. So that will always drive us. So the first thing you need to do is really filter what's going on in terms of films and media and what you're being told about perceptions around money. The second thing you need to do is you need to really start to just stretch that box yourself by just putting a little bit more in reserves if you can, and importantly having discussions with other people around you around psychology, money, perceptions, etc. Okay, so you can do those things and they will start to shift it, but they tend to be really quite hard. We have a third option, which there's a link below. You'll see a video which I will explain about that, and it's called the money box game. And I hope you'll find it really interesting because it's a way to open up our psychological money boxes, expand them, and support us at this time. I'm going to be on the game, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But just the one takeaway from this video is be aware you have a psychological money box and it may well be playing out some consequences now. And if it is, then try and find different ways to tackle it. I know I am. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.